Right, we're live at 5, hopefully. Let's just line up the camera. Boom, boom. Done. Okay guys, welcome back to Robertson Co. Welcome back to London. Another live jewellery making session. Today we're going to make 9 carat yellow gold 2x1mm D-shape wedding band rings for stock. I'm running low on some sizes. We're on the coffee, it's a Monday. Now, most of you are probably watching this in the future, not live. Most of these live streams get watched on the replay, not actually while I'm doing them. But today, today is Cyber Monday. I don't know what time it is. 6 o'clock, we're late as usual. So yeah, busy, not just a busy day, busy weekend. It's the Black Friday weekend when a lot of Christmas shopping occurs, you know. It's probably the biggest weekend of the I don't know, the closer you get to Christmas, they have their moments, people start panicking, but yeah, a lot of orders to do. I just worked every day, Friday, Saturday, Sunday and today, so that if we leave it till the Monday to try and cope with the whole weekend's work, it just doesn't happen. So, we've got another month of it anyway, another month of Christmas shopping to deal with. But this is 2x1mm D-shaped wire, 9 carat. We make in-house. On live streams and in long format videos, I've shown how we melt gold, pour it into an ingot mold, pin it, and then put it through D-shaped draw plates. I've probably got the draw plate here. So this will actually go to 3, the largest hole's 3x1.5, I think it's a 50% plate. So it's probably, I don't know, hole, about a third of the way. So yeah, anyway, this is a draw plate with a 50% ratio profile, D shape. Make that out, there we go. And that is the result. Also, we can go all the way down to 1mm D, which I do actually, we do actually have in the shop. So, let's make some rings. I've got a sheet here which tells us for that particular SP68 plate, 2x1mm D. This tells us what size we want, and I want to make an R, a P, and an L. So, let's get cracking. The R is 62mm. Let's get the YouTube copyright free music going. And then what I'm actually going to have to do is just the end of this. Oh no, actually the end of this is not too bad. Just going to take the end off because there's usually an issue with the very end. Yeah, there is an issue with the end, it's split in half. Which is pretty common. It's sort of, when you're putting it through the draw plate, it sort of forms a tail. And then compresses back in on itself. Wondering if I've actually cut far enough down. Yeah. Yes, we have. did I say, for a size of 62mm. So I'm just going to measure 62mm and mark the wire with a pair of side cutters. I just put a little nick in it with the side cutters. One, so I know where to cut, but two, it creates a little groove to get the saw blade started in to sort of help prevent it skating. There we go. I've got a really thin saw blade loaded in this frame. I think this is an 8.0. I'm pretty confident it's an 8.0. Right, these will need to be hallmarked at Goldsmith's Hall. What we need to do is put the R and Co, the Robertson Co, maker's mark. And I like to do it while they're flat. I find it easier doing it now than using the inside ring version punch. I've got the same size punch in flat as the inside ring one. I've got loads of the punches. Because we're going to use a Durston ring shank former with plastic dies, it doesn't deform the ring too much like it possibly would if you were using a hammer. Where is a hammer? Let me go and get a hammer. Well, I'm going to try and put it roughly in the, well, not roughly in the middle, left and right, exactly in the middle, left and right, but lengthwise, it just wants to be as far away as possible from the solder joint, really. Not deep enough. It's going a bit lightly with it. A bit too lightly. Wondering if the wire needs annealing. Maybe. Quite hard. Alright, that's in there. Took some doing. Yeah, it's in there. Feels soft enough. I don't know why it's taking such a bashing. Although actually it is pretty hard. Right. Just want to line the ends of this up with the flat half round pliers, and then we'll solder it together. Give you a little close up of where we're at to so far. There we go, we've got the maker's mark on. We've got maker's mark on the inside. It's only 1mm high. So now we need to line this up with flat half round pliers, and then need to really sort of clean the surface off of these. When you make your own wire, unlike wire you get from the bullion dealers, I don't know what they do to finish it, but it almost, it's perfectly clean, but solder just does not want to flow on it unless you've really taken the surface off. I've tried mechanical finishing, barreling, electromagnetic polishing, barreling with all the different medias. It just doesn't cut it. You've really got to use a buff stick or a fine file to take the surface off. Let's use a cut for file initially. Quite often I'll run a saw blade through the joint, more often than not, but this one actually looks really close together. Yeah, running a saw blade through this, I'll probably make it worse rather than better, so I'm just going to... It looks good to go. Right, here we go. So there we have a pretty good, very close fitting joint. So now we can flux it, solder it together. I'm going to use hard solder wire. Level hard. So I've just put the solder underneath the joint. It'll get sucked up by capillary action because it's quite a close fitting joint. And then I'll just pick it up once the solder flows and let gravity do its thing. quite like to have, in an ideal world, the excess solder on the outside rather than the inside, because it helps provide stability to the joint when you're putting the ring back round. But that seems pretty evenly dispersed. Right, that's the art. What did I say next? P. Right, for size P we need 59mm, 59 and a bit. I'm actually just going to anneal this quickly before I mark it, because it seems a bit hard, this one. I made it weeks ago, I can't remember if I annealed it or not. There's a cone block. So I'll just get this up to a dull red and then in the water. That water looks a little bit acidic, but I think it'll be right. Got a slightly blue tinge to it. I don't need to do this too much, it's literally just to make the punch going a little easier. Right, stamp this. See if it's a little bit easier this time. Yeah, it's much easier. That's better. Right, ring shank format. Let's get this round. Don't not do it actually. We lost that. Right. There we go. So we've got maker's mark on the inside. Somewhere. It's a bit harder to make out now. This one's got a little bit of fire scale on it from the annealing. That definitely helped. Right, again, flat half-round pliers, we'll just line up the joint, clean it up with the file, cut for flat half-round file. Okay, that joint looks pretty good without running a file for it. Sorry, not a filer, a saw. These are a pretty popular design. They're classic, one of the classic wedding bands in a pretty popular size. 2mm D. Over the years I've made a lot of these. Might not be quite enough soldering. I was going for a little bit more soldering than last time, and I don't think I have. Use the heat to pull the solder through the joint, but as I was saying previously, I really want any excess on the outside, not the inside. And that is just enough solder on that. Right, next. I'll say the next one was an L. So for L we need 55mm of gold. It's not a very efficient way of doing it, keep annealing each individual one, but for the sake of the video, it's quicker than me going to get a big bowl of water to quench this coil. Before I do the next batch, I will anneal the remainder of the wire. I think I maybe took it through a hole in a drawer plate and then didn't anneal it, just left it. There's a job to do later, which never got done. Actually, listen, I might as well anneal it before I clean the ends off, because I'm going to have to clean it off again anyway. So let's get this up to a dull red. Let it cool slightly and then quench it in the water. The kind of temperature we need there. Don't know how well that's coming out on camera, but it's kind of a dull red. They call it cherry red. It's not. It's orange. The silver, actually, I don't know. Don't know if any of them, they actually glow different colours. The higher the carat, the gold, the sort of brighter it tends to be at the same temperature. Which you learn from soldering things, you know, because the solders are the same. The different grades of solder are supposed to flow at the same temperature, but the colours of the metal, when they're up to that temperature, in my experience, the higher the carat, the brighter the glow. Like if you're doing 22 carat, which I do occasionally, if the silver was at that temperature, it would be melting. I mean, if the silver was at the colour, the 22 is when the solder flows, you'd have a puddle. I don't do because I'll switch from doing lots of silver to 22 carat, and it's quite unnerving. The colour of the thing. Mark this. Hammer. Right, ring former. Die size. Using the plastic dies in this, they just mark, well, they don't mark the ring at all, whereas the metal ones do. Prefer the plastic dies. So I might need a little bit more manipulation with the pliers. It looks a little bit off in the, like the ends is kind of look out. So I went round it a couple of times with a die. I'm going to need to run the saw blade through this. I've got the 8/0 saw blade in there, so super fine saw blade to get a better fitting joint. Right, now I'm just going to clean the surface up with the cut 4 file inside and out. And once I've soldered this one, we'll get back to the original one, the size R. I'll round it off and we'll actually size it, make it the correct size. Just clean the excess solder off and I'll make it exactly a size R. I've got the ring sizes in here, so we can do that. Let me show you that. Cleaned and close fitting. There we go. So now just flux it, solder it, pickle it. So I want a bit more solder than I've been using. It's better. Right, let's get the size R out and give you a little close up of it freshly soldered. You know, ideally I would use more solder on this. There's a fine line between, you know, the right amount and not enough. I think it's like just the right amount. Just. So there we go, there's the solder joint. I need to clean the excess solder off that. I'll clean it off the inside thoroughly so we don't mark the inside of the ring. Round this off. I'll triple it. Then I'll use ring sizing machines to get the perfect. It doesn't just get the perfect size, it perfectly rounds them off and flattens them. Triplet and a rawhide mallet. I just rotate it because these are obviously tapered and you can end up tapering the ring if you go hard just on one side. Well, I've actually made a size S. Now I think I do actually need a size S. It's bang on a size S. I think I've got more wire, so I think I'm actually gonna make this a size S. Size S is one of the sizes I need. I'll show you. Bang on. So rather than fighting that, let's actually go with that. Right. Really size up. What I actually want to do, I'm going to go and get the dies for this because I actually want to stretch that up a quarter of the size. So these are the dies for this. These are the best ring sizes. They're not ideal for everything, but it's Italian made. This one. These dies, they're slightly less tapered than the one I've got over there, the upright ring stretchers, and they put the dies for some reason, although they've still got they're just marked slightly less. Right, it's about a quarter of the size up. So now what I can do, I'm just going to clean off the excess solder off that, outside that joint. Because then we can compress it down to a size S, which will also flatten it out. Didn't do anything. this hole here. Shouldn't take too much to get it down where we need to be. It's kind of between holes, this size of this ring. We're getting it. Felt that move. Right, that is it. Do a little close up. That is now on the line, both sides on the line. Size S. So we've gone up a little bit, down a little bit. It was on the line as an S, but I've taken it up probably just over a quarter of a size and then back down, really just to make it both perfectly round but also flat. Just to give it basically machine grade, machine level symmetry. So that is our R. What was the next one? Oh no, so that is an R, which is now an S. In the next live stream we'll be making an R, I think, with the rest of that wire. So this was hopefully a P. See how close we got to a P with this. Music stopped, let's get that going again. So yeah, just again a cut 4 ring file. Just get the excess solder off the inside. There's not very much. It's kind of a bit stingy with the solder on these first two. That's that. Right, just round it off again on a triplet. Let's see what size we've got. P1/2. Not bad. We can compress that down to a P. So I'm just going to take the excess solder off the outside and we will compress that. The reduction die on this. Let's take that die out. Right, again, cut 4 file. Just get the small amount of excess solder off the outside. And then we need to go down about half a size, don't we? Yeah, these plates, they're different. The holes on each side are different. I felt that move. I didn't crush it all the way in. Right, one side's perfect and the other side is not. It's just a fraction. Still just a fraction bigger one side. We are talking fraction of a mil. Problem is, if I press too hard, we will end up undersized on one side. Which I've managed to do. It doesn't even really need sizing at this point, it needs just levelling up. Right, there we have it. And now exactly a size P. Leading edge. Right, next one. Last one. I think, what was this? A size L we were hoping for. So, same procedure, I'll just clean off the excess solder from the inside of the ring, using a cut 4 ring file. I was going to say straighten it out, I'll round it off on the triblet. Hopefully this one had a little bit more excess, yeah, it did. Going for a little bit more excess solder on this one. Right, so what size we got? Not a size M. I think I need a size M actually. No, I don't. I need a size L, so so we're going to make this a size L as originally intended. Which means pressing it down a size. Basically, this is the perfect size for that previous hole. Well, that previous hole is a size M, so. Just need to ease it in because otherwise we'll mark it. Let's go down a bit on each side. That moved a lot. I might have to go up now. Look. Sometimes I really struggle to get these off these days. Almost need nails and I haven't got any. Okay, that is bang on now. A little close up on that. There we go. Out. Right. That is how we hand make gold wedding bands. Obviously 100% made in house. We make the wire in house. We have to because you can't buy 2x1. You can buy like 2.3 by 1 point something, but yeah, we make the 2x1, the 50% profile. Now these will need pre-polishing. They will then go for, we'll then inspect them a little bit. They then go for hallmarking. Then when they come back, they'll need sizing perfectly because that's kind of brutal. And then polishing. And then they'll be stock. I've still got to make more. I've got this, we'll use up all this wire doing the remainder. I could do with we've still got to make the art. I think there's about 10 sizes I needed. We're not going to get them all done out of that. We're going to need to make some more wire, but I just want to get a few done and a few in stock this side of Christmas. So, right, I'll give you a final parting shot of those. Thanks for watching. And the next live stream, unless something important comes up, we'll be making more of these. With the remaining wire. But yeah, 3 done. About 7 more to go. Right, doodles. See you in the next one.